Hello!
Hi guys, welcome back
To the Synchro Skaters Club, episode 14.
and thank God we've made it to the end of the Challenger Series. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Speaking of, if you hadn't guessed, this is called the Challenger Series International Classic.
Dun dun dun.
I'd like to start with the name
Okay, go.
of the competition.
It's so American.
I mean, we love all our American listeners, and
We
the
do.
Synchro has taken America by storm. However,
Yeah.
every other international is named something
the
about the
place
place or
And cup.
just something else, whereas the only one in the USA is called the International
Yes.
Classic. And I love you. Well,
Do you?
oh dear, we don't want to get into that, but it's just funny. The world revolves around
America.
America, which is, just
S-A-U-S-A. Sorry, finished.
But the rest of the world, I feel like we're just so used to it. Also, when in the competition details, all the information about it, it's Norwood, Massachusetts, right?
Mm.
But it's an international ISU competition. None of us motherfuckers know where that is. Sorry, I don't have a bloody clue.
Alrighty, so this is a good time to give us a little... Okay, go.
Norwood is actually in Boston.
That's what I was about to say. Let's have a little educational lesson on the International
Oh.
Classic. So the International Classic was the 7th to the 8th of February. It was in Norwood, Boston, Massachusetts, or Boston, Massachusetts, if you don't like the accent, which is northern east coast. Am I right?
Northern, yes.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
look at you.
I know. Do you know why I know that? Because I had a crush on the guy the character in Footloose, and he's from Boston, Mass.
Oh my gosh, of course you did.
When I was a kid. Anyway, it was the final challenger in a 4-part challenger series, which were back to back, which we'll discuss later on. And it was an international, but it had mostly Canadian, American, and Finnish teams. There were one Swiss team in each category, and yeah, it was the final of 4.
Yeah,
like I
it
said.
was. But it was just junior and senior. There was no advanced novice.
Just junior and senior. So yeah, in this episode we're going to be chatting about the junior category and the senior category and hearing from you guys about International Classic, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the whole series and all 4 of them and see which was the fave and that sort of thing.
Maybe we need to do a tally every time we say International Classic.
Yeah, I think we need to abbreviate it to like IC.
The IC.
The IC. Maybe not.
Yeah, okay.
Do you like it?
Maybe.
I don't know. It's not very
I don't know.
catchy.
I've just put in all of our notes when I'm comparing all the competitions. I've just called it USA.
But it is so funny. You've got Mozart, Dresden, and French Cup, and then the International Classic.
International Classic.
The International Classic.
It's like I'm really sorry. We're kind of shitting on America right now, but it's like the NFL, the Super Bowl. They call themselves the World Champions, which
Stop it.
sure. There's probably no other teams.
Stop it right now.
But it's a national championship, and they call the rings and stuff that they wear are called World Champions.
That is just too funny. That is too funny. Right, let's get started, shall we, Brie?
Can we talk about the live stream?
Oh yes, gosh, that's normally like the first thing I talk about.
It is, I know.
So I'm
But
slightly
because-
annoyed. Firstly,
Oh.
okay, I'm going to
Where
acknowledge
this
it
is
was a
going.
better live stream,
Yeah, so much better.
but it wasn't advertised that it was on YouTube. So
Afton went through a bit of a debacle.
I paid for Peacock just to watch it and then found it on YouTube the day later.
No, paid for Peacock, and downloaded a VPN.
Yeah. It was quite the hassle to watch this, to then see it on YouTube.
I will say, I couldn't watch because the YouTube live stream had the full thing, right?
Yeah.
So when I went to go watch it, because I had to watch it a couple of days later, I watched the clips that they'd uploaded of each team individually, which shout out to US Figure Skating for actually including it on their main YouTube channel. That was a big slay. ISU, take note.
Yes. ISU, I hope you're listening.
That was fabulous, but half of the music was copyrighted. So they'd put this like weird piece over the top of the actual music for each program. So I ended up just putting the USA page in the bin and went to our good old friend Lisa. Her angles, amazing.
Yeah.
She was obviously at the competition, and this woman, if she listens, I love you.
Yeah, we need to shout her out.
She had recorded obviously the program and then had cut the end of the program to them receiving their results in the kiss and cry.
What a woman.
So you didn't have to wait for the results.
What a woman.
Had edited these clips, so that's how I watched it. But the live stream was better. But Lisa's angle was better too.
I was just about to say, I'm still going to say it wasn't a good angle.
No. It was
because it
like
wasn't.
ice side.
Yeah, that's not how you watch Synchro.
Again. More for us to talk about soon. We're just very passionate about the live stream. Shall we get into junior?
Let's get into junior. We'll start from 8th place. We'll work our way up. We'll have a little chat about those top 3. We're going to caveat, we've all seen these routines now. We don't need to talk about them and our opinions. We're going to talk more technical in this episode, so I hope you enjoy that. Cool.
Right. 8th place. We have the only team not from a big 3.
I felt so bad for these guys.
But I think it was nice that they went.
So nice, but they got judged so harshly.
Well, yeah, when you're against all those other teams.
Yeah.
You're gonna, no matter who you are, you're not going to look as good, are you?
No.
But 8th place with a total score of 125.51. Their short was 44.06 and their free was 81.45. So still a good score. They didn't get annihilated.
No.
They still got over 100 as a total segment score.
Very respectable.
Did amazingly well. Yeah, and their programs are great. They just are against the top 3. I wonder if they had a cut-off at 8 teams because each category had 8.
That's a very valid point.
I feel like they must have. If anyone knows, let us know.
I wonder how they decided the 8.
They just went, we want the top 3. And then
Starlight, who were great, can I just say? But
yeah,
I just feel like it would have been nicer to have. Yeah. But I just feel like it would have been nicer to have a bit more broad overview.
But then again, it's like we're getting distracted. But I mean, it's not ridiculously far, but it is still far for all the European teams to come across. Yeah. Whereas like a European team flying to Germany or Austria was so much easier than flying to the USA. Anyway.
True. Right, 7th place was Team Image from the US. They got a combined score of 163.56.
No notes. Theirs is the one with the cool ending position in the free program when they're lying on their stomachs with their legs in the air. I do enjoy. Fab. 6th place. We've said this before and I'm going to butcher it again.
I have no idea how to say that.
Festa Abonicia.
Lovely.
Total score 158.97.
From Finland, don't forget.
Oh yeah, sorry. Finland.
Then we've got...
Wait, I was just going to say their coach is a fan of the podcast. Shout out. We love you for replying to everything that we post.
That's so nice.
Yeah. Love your work.
That's just...
Thank you so much.
Thank you. 5th place, Nexus. I really enjoy their programs. I really do. Interesting result, though. Obviously, we know they're the Junior Worlds team. Like I say, 5th place, 181.92.
These 5th to 3rd are all very close.
Yeah, they are.
4th is Lexets with a total of 184.75.
Can I just say, actually, I'm pretty sure it's the US Championships this weekend, is it not, for Synchro?
Yeah, Yeah, and Spring Cup and Hevelius Cup.
But what I mean is, for those Americans, it's a busy weekend. Like, compared to, like, if they've done this and then that.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's just a busy 2 months.
Bit too busy, but we'll get to that. Did we say Lexett's 4th place, 184.75? Yeah, so Skyliners in 3rd place with 188.24. So I don't think the US have announced their Junior Worlds teams yet, have they? Or their Senior Worlds teams.
No. Oh, no, they have. I'm sure they have, because Elite are on the list. I'm going to check that right now, because I'm like 100% certain they have.
Okay. I'll keep talking while you check. 2nd place with Les Supremes with 192.88. And then storming ahead. I've just realised we've not spoken about the PDF, so we're going to circle back, edit that out too. Okay, I'm going to talk. PDFs.
Start at 3rd place.
Yeah, I'm going to talk PDFs while Sabrina does that little bit of fact checking. So let's have a look at Skyliner's short programme. So Skyliners 3rd place. In their short, they got 69.93. Pretty good PDF. It was perfect technically, apart from their pivot block, which is they got pivot block 3 in. It's pretty good.
How dare they?
And again, their free program where they got 118.31, a pretty perfect PDF, apart from, oh my god, they got steps 1.
That's rough.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so not perfect.
Tony
at
Mohawks
all.
and 310s.
Wow. So they got steps 1 and they got intersection 4 PI 3. Apart from that, they got everything at the highest call that they can. So interesting. Steps 1. Wow.
You sound so offended.
I know. Okay, Les Supremes, 2nd place. They got a total score of 192.88. Let's look at their short program. 70.92 they got. Not a perfect PDF.
No, it's not.
Twizzles 3, pivot block 3. Slackers. It's so funny, isn't it?
Us on our little chairs.
I know, right?
Hiding away.
I know.
Slackers.
I don't think I've ever got a pivot block 3 called in my life. Barely even got a pivot block 2, if I'm honest. Let's look at their free. 121.96. A couple things. What did they lose? No, they lost one thing.
No, only the PI.
Yeah, PI 3. So pretty good. They had a
Everything
fall
else
though, which is
perfect.
unfortunate.
They
Full
did,
but
so
not
they
in
got a couple
element.
minuses
Yeah.
on their creative lift. Creative
Yeah.
lift?
Yeah.
Is it a lift?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah,
First
interesting.
place.
The one, the only Teams Elite.
Who still won despite having a fall.
And they won by quite a lot. So they got a combined score of 201.74. So that is nearly 10 points, which is incredible.
I want to know what those coaches are cooking.
Yeah,
I really do.
Me too. Like
What is
you
in
say,
the water?
they even got a fall. Even though when I watched it, I could not see that fall for the life of me, can I just say. But
It was hidden.
yeah, so they got a perfect PDF in their short program, earning them 72.58. And they got a perfect bar their steps. They got steps 3 in their free program, earning them 129.16. They're just impeccable this season.
They have plus
really are.
fives. The number of plus fives they've got. Judge 7 really liked them.
Yeah, Judge 7
Actually,
did.
shall I find out who that is? Let's have a look.
Find out who that is, but also she gave them a 1 in the spin.
How do you go from... Okay, what did the other judges... Well, it was like still similar playing field. Judge 7, was from Croatia.
Oh,
Ms.
Get it, girl.
I'm so... Do I even want to try?
yes, try.
Edita Lukic.
Good try.
Luksic?
Well done. Good try.
Love your work. There's an Armenian judge. That's cool.
We're getting sidetracked. It was a cool junior category. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more breadth in the teams that were included. I'm not sure why they could only have 8. It seems quite a low amount, but I'm sure there was a reason.
Especially with only 2 categories.
Yeah.
Anyway,
senior, let's do this.
Okay, the One Direction notebook is ready.
8th place, Starlight Elite. They got a combined score of 148.55, which was broken down to 49.34 in their short and 99. So sorry.
Oh, now you're going to make me yawn.
99.21 in their free.
Busy week.
It's been a busy week. Too many competitions to watch.
Yeah. I really like their starting position of their short program.
Yeah.
They started right up on the judges.
Yeah, I love that.
They were in their grill.
It's like Rocket's
staring them in the
ending for their free.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think because it's the starting position, it's almost more awkward because you're just standing there staring at them waiting. So that was cool.
If we look at their PDF though, they got steps 1, which is a shame, and moves 2.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a real shame. And
not a day for those calls.
No, I think in the comments some people have said that they felt the calls were really harsh.
Yeah.
So.
Their spin, however, they got spin 4 and that was very well deserved. Yeah. Their spin was fantastic. The pair spins that they did. They just kept going and they kept changing and doing all the positions. The amount of time that goes into training those. Unreal.
Yeah. Pivot block
free
1,
program?
unfortunately, for their free. Oh, sorry, I went straight into free there.
No point.
We'll cut that.
You can go for gold?
No, you go again.
Their free program.
Free program, pretty good overall. Moves 3 in this one, so they got a little bit better than their short. Pairs 3, but they had that fall, unfortunately. No hold 4, which is good. Twizzles 4. Pivot block 1, which is a bit of a shame. So yeah, pretty good overall.
I overall just thought this program was quite beautiful, to be honest. It was very
I love
nice to
watching
watch.
Starlight. I really do.
Their choreography is fantastic.
Yeah.
Their creative lifts were my favourite part because they were all different and they all just came round one at a time right in front of the judges but still followed each other like a wave. It was really cool.
So I should have mentioned this when we spoke about Starlight in junior, but because we're still talking about Starlight, there's a girl that I want to shout out from Starlight. I think she's just in the junior team. But we watched her last year. I don't know if you ever noticed her. She skated in the novice team. I'm not sure if she does anymore. She's just beautiful. She's really tall. She's so expressive when she skates. My eyes are always drawn to her.
Do you know her name?
I've no idea of her name. She's just tall, got blonde hair, skated a novice last year. But honestly, she's just so nice to watch.
If that's you, love your work. Sorry we don't know your name.
Yeah, let me know your name though, because I just think you're so cool.
Us talking to people like we mean something.
I know, right?
Let us know. Get in touch.
7th place, Miami University. I feel really bad for Miami. It's really not their season, is it?
I did too, yeah, because their programs are so fun.
Yeah, but the 56.13, it's just not what they're used to getting.
There was a couple of errors though in their short.
Yeah,
I will say
they had a fall, didn't they?
Yeah, they had a collision in the intersection. Was that?
Yeah,
that was where the fall was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then they also 2 of the Beelmans dropped in the moves and stuff like that. So just little mistakes.
Hey, they
all add up.
Yeah, they still got a sink spin 4, travel 4, steps 3. They didn't do too badly. It just seems low for them, really, which is a shame.
Maybe it's because we're comparing them to the other. Someone said it's like a mini worlds, and it kind of was because it was the big 3. So we're just comparing them to the other guys.
Yeah. If we look at their free, 116.39. Again, they had a fall in the intersection, which is a shame. But they had some good calls in there. You know, wasn't bad.
Yeah, I really liked most of the program. My only thing was that I've got their creative lift was ugly.
Ah, okay.
I can't even remember what it was off the top of my head. All I've written down is that was ugly.
So Sabrina's just going to slate the creative lift and she can't even remember what it is.
No, I can't. I did like they all went into a line at one point, and we all know I love lines.
Yes, we do.
So I did write that down.
Jesus Christ.
And that was fantastic. And they did 4 lifts.
They did. I actually want to talk about this. Haydenette and I think Rockette's both do 3 lifts. We'll get to
Hayden?
that. Hayden do. Yeah.
Ooh.
We'll get to it. 6th place.
Slack.
Skyliners. Combined score of 182.58. Split down for their short was 59.79. Pretty good PDF. They lost a few points here and there. They got steps 1 as well.
These judges were really looking at those steps. They were making sure that they are perfect.
Wow.
Which is fair, skating skills, but...
Okay, yeah. That's going to have lost them a lot of points.
Yeah. I thought the male in their team blends in beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't stick out. You don't just watch him.
I agree.
He matches everything perfectly. Toes are all pointed.
Yeah.
Arms are the same. It's fabulous.
I agree.
And the start of their spin element was fantastic. The timing of it.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
If we look at their free program then, they've got a score of 122.79. Unfortunate fall in the Twizzles, but still got Twizzles 4.
Yeah.
So, you know, a pretty good PDF.
Pretty good.
It's hard to talk about ones that are all so similar because they're all getting such good calls, you know?
Yes. Apart from, I do remember why I called this lift ugly.
Oh, go on then.
And I remember saying it last time that it looks like the most awkward position on the planet.
Right.
And it's as if the poor soul's forward planking, but almost looks like a starfish.
Right.
And she's being held up that way. It's just, it doesn't look right.
Fair enough.
Yeah. She just kind of looks like she's...
Fair enough. Fair enough. Right, let's move on quickly before Sabrina says any more. Nova, 5th place. Short program. Oh, let me do combined first. Combined, 204.9. We've broken into the 200s. So short program, 71.96.
I think these guys are criminally underrated. I really do.
Agree. Agree.
So underrated.
Yeah. I'm so glad they're going to Worlds. But I really like... I do like Nexus's program.
We'll get to that in a second.
Sorry. It's back to what we spoke
There's plenty
about
of
with
opinions. Yes. Yeah, it is.
But
these guys, they just deserve more. They're good.
They are really good.
They perform.
Yeah, they do. And they hold
more than
themselves
some of the
so
other
well.
teams do. Yeah,
I agree.
I was just obsessed with both their skates.
If we then, so 71.96 in their short, pretty perfect PDF apart from that PI3. If we then look at their free of 132.94, they got pivot block 2, which is a bit harsh, and no hold 3, not 4. That's weird. The no hold is so easy to get called in the free. I wonder why they didn't get it called.
Yeah.
You know, it's so easy. Like, it's just a bunch
wait, if
of...
they only... Oh no, but step space is everyone.
Yeah. Anyway, they had that unfortunate fall in the creative lift.
Oh, I felt so sorry for that poor girl. She just slipped backwards. The weight just went. That looked like it hurt too.
There was a few unfortunate falls in this competition. That was one of them, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I agree, yeah. Severely undermarked. They don't have the same name for them that other teams do they?
But they should. Like, they're
Yeah,
good.
I agree. I so agree.
They're so good.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I agree.
4th.
Yeah, let's talk Rockettes.
Which is kind of crazy that they're in 4th. Because
it really
they
is.
won the short program.
It really is. It shows you it's anyone's game. Like, it really is anyone's game. But yeah, so Rockettes, as Bree said, short program, in first. So total combined of 216.43, short program 78.63, a perfect PDF. So is there much more to be said?
Notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
literally
good for them. And then unfortunately,
it's just good for them. We don't have anything.
I know,
else to
right?
say. We've seen it like
them.
3-4 fucking times
Yeah.
at this point.
They just had a bit of a shocker in the free, and they scored 137.8, which brought them down, like we said, to 4th place. They had those unfortunate falls. God, that girl who fell in the lift, and then I don't know if it was the same one that then fell again. I felt so bad for her.
Yeah.
So bad.
But unfortunately, when the pressure's on, the free program is where Rockets flop.
Yeah.
Consistently for the past couple of years, when it gets to the free and the pressure's on, they crack.
And it always seems to be near the lifts.
Yeah, maybe they're just terrified.
Or the no hold. I remember watching them one year. A girl absolutely caked it in front of me when I was watching, and I just felt so bad for them. You just know, like, your world championship title's gone then, don't you? But well, I don't know. I can empathise that that's how it might feel. Just for the phrase.
We've been in that position before. What are you talking about? Obviously.
I just wear a world championship ring like the NFL players. And I feel like it. I've won a British Championships.
Just call it a world champs ring, yeah.
But yeah, their free program PDF is not too bad technically. Group lift 3, even with that fall, which is incredible, really, when you think about it. And a pivot block 3 instead of 4, but they lost.
That free program
points.
is just amazing.
Oh, it is. It is. And as I said earlier, I love that ending position, but yeah, it just wasn't their day. They just had a little crumble, didn't they? Right.
3rd place.
Haydenettes, 218.77. Short program 76.78. Free 141.99. Let's have a look at that short program.
This was so funny because
perfect PDF.
Yeah, no notes really. They were the first team that I watched on YouTube on the ISU channel, and the song was obviously copyrighted because it's the "Oh the lonely people."
That's their free.
That one? No, that's their short. Oh, it is their free. Awkward. Maybe it was their free then.
Yeah.
Whichever one I was listening to got copyrighted and the bits got cut out.
Mm-hmm.
So they put in this weird instrumental to cover the fact that they weren't playing the actual music. And I'm listening to it going, I'm sure this is wrong. I'm not going crazy.
Sure this is not there.
I'm pretty sure. That's just funny. Sorry.
Perfect PDF in the short. No more to say.
Just lovely, beautiful.
Let's move on to the free. Literally, yeah. Emphasise that. 141.99. Pivot block 2.
Ooh.
Oh, no hold 3 again.
Ooh.
What are these teams doing? It's easy to get your no hold called in the free. Easy points. Group lift 3 as well. Yeah, that's because
I feel like it's
some Rockettes. Sorry, I need to say
they all
it.
got no hold 3.
No, they didn't.
Oh no, Rockets got 4, sorry. Maybe the features are just what I need to see what features they're doing.
I don't like doing 3 lifts. That's what I'm going to say.
No, yeah, I agree.
Sorry, but I don't.
Yeah, the same. I also thought the creative lift was very reminiscent of the Greatest Show lift.
Yes, I agree actually. What a great program.
I mean, it was still stunning, yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
But they all went up and did their fun little things.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you've done that before.
Yeah. Yeah, good job, Hey Nuts. Liked it.
Slay Queens.
Unique, second place, made the comeback of the competition, can I just say?
Yeah, they really did.
Combined 224.53, short program 73.44, which put them in fourth place. And then they jumped, their free program got 151.09 and put them in first place, overall second.
Yeah, they smashed
They really did. Like, I did feel for them in the short. Like, it just wasn't their day, was it?
It wasn't their day, and I also feel like because of the type of program it is,
yeah, it has
like
to be your day.
It's got that energy that but it's also, I don't think it's still not quite as tidy as the free.
No.
The free is immaculate.
Yeah, but if we just look at the PDF, I love how I'm saying it's not their day, and they got a near perfect PDF. They just got steps 3 and not steps 4.
And a fall, so you know.
But they still got 0s and 2s and 1s, so.
But that'll be what kills it when it goes from a 4 to a 2 or a 0.
No notes. Good for them, but it's the free I really want to talk about.
Oh. I initially said I didn't like these dresses, and I think I've said this last time as well. But now I've watched it more and more. It's grown on me.
In sync. They were just so in sync.
It's almost as if our sport's called synchronized ice skating. Wow.
I know, right? But it was the entry into
just the next level.
Yeah, it's the entry into the pairs that just do it for me.
Oh, did you hear the crowd?
Yeah.
Everyone went,
that's why
our
sport is cool. You know?
Fantastic. Really.
I would like to mention, it's one of the first times I've ever seen this. In their program components presentation, they got a 10.
Sorry?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Holy shit.
I know. They got a 10.
I do think the choreography and everything of the presentation of it is so perfect.
I agree. I do agree.
The creative lift at the very end.
Yeah.
And like they're sitting and they kick one at a time like like a fan. Oh my goodness. It just fits it so perfect.
I think it's going to win Worlds. I said this at the start of our podcast series. Unique are going to win.
They just need to get their short program together.
If they can hold it together. They've not named the Finnish senior teams going to Worlds.
They've got their nationals.
Two big ones to hear about then.
Is that this weekend as well?
Yeah, I think it is. Oh, it's a big weekend. So when this gets released, we'll know the Finnish champions, the American champions. Excited.
Finland's already picked their junior teams though.
Yeah, it has.
Shout out Fantastic and
Valley Bay.
Yeah, I mean, no surprises really.
Yeah, no. Okay, let's talk about the final ones then, the winners. Les Supremes. Total of 225.2, but broken down to a short program of 77.56 and a free program of 147.64.
So Jura did their headline of their post about this was how a team can't win either program but still win the competition overall.
Yeah. And
I guess it just shows consistency is key. Like, yes, they didn't win either, but they were second for both.
Yeah, second for both, but consistency is key, and that's what they are good at.
Yeah, and because the other two's flip-flopped around like no tomorrow.
Yeah.
They held their ground. Their mental training is unreal, and that sort of side of it.
We got quite a lot, and I think for the first time at Dresden we saw them crumble a little bit. Dare I say crumble? God, they came in second and they had 2 falls. But you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot for Les Supremes.
Yeah.
So I think maybe they came back here fighting, and yes, we did get a fair few comments of people being like, "Oh, they're overscored, blah blah blah." But you're right, consistency is key.
And yeah, they do have a name, but
they perform.
There's a reason they have a name.
Yeah. Like if you look at these PDFs, a perfect PDF in the short, and a very few. They got pivot block 3 and steps no hold 3, and other than that, it was perfect.
Yeah.
In the 3.
I mean, what more could you want, really?
It's going to be a fight at Worlds, and I'm excited.
Yeah. I will say my only thing with their programs this year is that it's not. I feel like it's almost slightly harder to perform because the themes are kind of crazy.
It's back to that, like, what Rockettes have been doing for a few years now. They've been maybe going a bit too different. Yeah. And then this season, they've, like, toned it down a bit.
At least like, for the free, and it's working.
Yeah.
And even the same for Unique's free. Like, they picked one relatively straightforward thing that's easy to get those components and performance and presentation. Like, it's so fascinating. We went full 360. We've come full circle. We're going back to tradition.
Shall we have a look at what you guys thought to International Classic?
Yes, let's crack out those ones. Archives, right?
Yeah. I will say thank you to everyone for all the love. We really appreciate it, as always.
Yes.
So, 81% of people watched this one. I wonder if that was because the live stream was better.
And free on YouTube. Funny that. Funny how you get a higher uptake on viewership when it's easy to access. Wow, who would have thought?
ISU do better. Interestingly, only 65% of people thought that the right teams placed.
And again, it's that tricky one. It's like on the day, overall, the better skates. But as a team, what you were expecting from them, we're like, no, that's not the order that it should have been.
Yeah.
But on the day, that's what was. That's just sport. Shit happens.
Let's look at the standouts then. A lot of Team Unique, especially their free.
It's just incredible.
Someone said
agree.
Here, the incredible comeback of Team Unique. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. And lots of love for Teams Elite.
Yeah, of course.
As there should be.
Yeah.
But a few others in there.
A lot. Sorry, just it's crazy how much I've said Unique and Elite, isn't it? But yeah, other ones are in there.
There's a couple for Lexets, Nexus Junior, Les Supreme Junior.
Pretty much everyone's got a mention.
Yeah, I'd say
haven't they? Pretty much everyone does have a mention, which is nice.
Festa Abonicia.
You tried, well done.
Sorry. Yeah. More juniors than senior shout-outs, to be fair.
Yeah. And then let's look at those who attended. Yeah, a few people have said a pity that there was only the big three in Swiss teams.
Yeah, could have been more.
It was somebody's first international. What an incredible first international.
Yeah, oath.
Wow.
I do think that's the good thing about having it in the USA.
Yeah.
Especially for fans, because there's so many more fans over there.
Apparently the ice was good, the crowd was good, atmosphere was good.
Yeah.
The vibe was electric, apparently.
Well, there's no notes, really.
There's no negatives. Great ambiance, the flags.
That's what you'd expect from an American competition.
Yeah. We may have took the mick when we started the podcast.
You know how to do sport.
But you do it well.
Yeah. Last one.
Oh my god, I'm absolutely crying at this. This is hilarious. So we asked people for their other responses, and someone said the bacon at the hotel was so amazingly crispy. I'm not gonna lie, that's not what we were getting at. But
I respect it.
I'm so glad that you. Yeah, I'm just so glad. So thank you.
I respect it. Someone said the camera angle was weird. Thank you. Agree. As we've said.
Oh God. So we've got a couple of people saying Hayden at short and free are slightly overrated. It's using the same steps as last year.
I think they're both beautiful, but I think their programs last year were better.
Okay.
That's awkward though, isn't it?
Remember,
remember when, I don't know if you guys ever did this, but we would use the same steps in both short and free.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the no hold would be the same in both programs with just different arms, and then you'd end up doing the wrong arms in the wrong program because they were so bloody similar. I'm so glad we've moved past that.
This person said, did we just see a mini version of Worlds? Yeah, maybe
I think we might have.
Yeah. Which is cool. Hey.
Do you think the scoring was low? Someone has asked.
I don't think it was. I
feel like some of the step scores and stuff, maybe some of them were a bit harsh, but I don't think it was particularly low, no.
You know, if we look to Team Unique, Team Unique in French Cup got 204. I mean, they had a pretty rough time there, I'm not gonna lie, so it's a bad example, but Les Supremes, okay, but they had falls again. In Dresden. Rockets. No, I don't think it was, if I'm honest. Sorry.
Just might have been a hard day at the office for whoever you were looking at.
I think that feeds us on to nicely talking about all of them, and a big headline I think we got back from you guys and that we both think is that they were too close. They were way too close. They were too compacted. They were just too close.
Athletes are exhausted. Crowd is exhausted.
Yeah.
Too much at the same time.
Yeah. I agree.
Were there any other rogue comments about that? Someone said it gave you something to watch. Yes, it did, but when your biggest competitions are literally 1 month,
boom, boom, boom.
There's nothing till there's Worlds, and I mean, there's a lot this weekend, but then there's nothing till April.
And I think there was no chance for teams to improve. There was no
No.
I wasn't a fan of it. I thought I was going to be because I love watching synchro competitions, but even I'm a bit like, I don't want to watch any more skating for a while.
Yeah, need a break.
Someone's agreed with us saying they got boring.
I'm #dying. Yeah, completely valid, honestly.
Yeah.
And then someone else said athletes look exhausted. Yeah, they do.
Oh my gosh, apparently someone said awful. There was a flu epidemic episode and everyone got sick.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. We've got, not a fan, so intense.
Hated it.
2 months of no big competitions before Worlds. It doesn't seem right. Agree.
Well, ISU, there you have it.
Yeah, do better. Do better. Let's talk other stuff.
Favourite?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, of everyone that voted, which was actually a very impressive number of you,
chunky.
Am I surprised? Yeah, I am. Dresden was the most popular.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I would have thought it would have been French Cup.
35%.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. Go Dresden.
So yeah, Dresden 35%, French Cup 28%, International Classic 19%, and Mozart 18%. Yeah.
I feel maybe Dresden is very similar to French Cup in the way that they're now doing, that they've got a parade and they're trying to...
It was sold out as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Maybe I love French Cup, but maybe because it has just been going for so long.
Maybe.
That a different one is pulling through.
Let's hear why.
We asked why. and like a lot of the people that said Dresden responded, and just said good lineup, sold out,
Unmatched
great
atmosphere.
performances. Yeah.
Just seemed like
Whereas
a
not
vibe.
many- It did. Not many people replied about the other competitions.
No.
Dresden was like the favourite.
Yeah.
A couple about International Classic. But similar sort of things.
Yeah.
Free live stream. First time they got to go to event in North America. Good teams, yeah. Very
Nice.
similar.
Right, least favourite. Are you surprised at this one?
Yeah? Are you?
No, I'm not. It was the first one.
Yeah. And I
No?
guess, out of the three, out of the other three, I don't know which other would have been the least favourite.
So your guys'
that's
least
fair.
favourite was Mozart Cup at 36%. It then went French Cup to 32%. International Classic at 17% and Dresden at 16%. So
But it close between French and Mozart, though. If I was going to put another one at the bottom, I would have put French. If I had to.
I'm absolutely crying. Someone said that lunch was the reason they didn't like French Cup. That's hilarious. You're my spirit animal, whoever said that.
You know what? I think we could both vouch for that.
Yeah.
Because it's been atrocious in the past.
Yeah, French Cup, I remember it being especially bad. Yeah, someone said too many mistakes at French Cup, meaning too many competitions in a row. Yes, I will keep saying it.
Also, mistakes on the ice and mistakes off the ice.
Oh,
French was where we had all the issues with the teams, right?
Dresden.
Oh, okay. Ignore me then.
Yeah, sorry, Brie. I like your
Don't
thought,
worry.
though.
Thank you so
So,
much.
no surprise that International Classic got the highest votes for best live stream.
I don't understand why it's so hard. I really don't.
Even International Classic wasn't that good. Like, if that's what the world live stream looks like, I'll be severely annoyed.
So disappointed.
Yeah.
It needs to be. Can we just petition for Lisa to be there filming everything?
Yeah, literally.
Lisa,
It's not hard.
the wide angle, getting everything in one shot,
Yeah.
seeing the shapes that you're supposed to see
Yeah.
as intended, as a
Yeah.
team as a whole.
Excellent work.
Oh,
Yeah, agree.
I could get that you have to hire people to come in, external people to come in and do it, but surely you give them specifications of what you want.
It's really not hard. Sorry. Film people, 16 people at once. Just have a wide pan.
That's what they do for like hockey games.
It's not hard.
It's really not. And ISU, get it together, put them on your channel for free.
ISU, stop being so non-inclusive.
They're trying to make it inclusive, but they're really
No,
just
they're
stabbing
not.
themselves in the back. They're not helping themselves
trying.
at all.
Literally.
They're trying. Are they trying?
No, they're saying they're trying, but whatever.
So,
Anyway.
too many thoughts on the live stream. We're very passionate about this.
Yeah, it's just...
Especially as we have to watch them on live streams now. We're not in it.
Agree.
So, it makes such a difference. Okay, moving on. Standout performances?
Teams Elite got the most mentions.
It did. I mean, as it should.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say they're probably like favourites of the season out
Yeah.
of junior and senior. They're just...
They're my favourite juniors and Ice on Fire are my favourite seniors.
Okay, yeah, fair.
They are.
Ice on Fire only got a couple mentions.
They got...
But they deserve more.
Yeah, I'm mentioning Ice on Fire. Because they're so
Coming
good.
for the big three,
I think,
in the words of
big- Donna.
Donna. Lots
Who-
of Team Unique.
Yeah. Hayden
No
X,
surprises.
Les
couple-
Supremes.
a couple.
Marigold's improvement got a few mentions.
Yeah,
didn't it?
two people mentioned how much they've improved since the season started. So, but I
Fair.
would agree because at the
Yeah.
start they Samsung.
She's
I'm never gonna
losing
stop. I heard it in the I was at the shops the other day and it came on. What are we stuck in the early 2000s? Like, what is it making a comeback? Who's you singing it this week?
Valley Bay, Dream Edges both got mentions.
Yeah,
Nexus,
Skating
Nova,
Graces.
Skating Graces, yeah. Illuminettes, random one.
That's cute. I think that was an Illuminate skater.
Well, good for you, because yes.
We love it. Shout out. Next questions were... Ooh, as I go to my little...
This was just any final comments. Someone says, we want a Gossip Girl episode 2. Okay.
Ooh. Not related to those.
We
but
hear you. What
maybe now
questions do you
people
wanna
have
know?
warmed up to it.
Yeah,
that
and
they're more
believers
interested.
that when we're not gonna like tell their names and stuff, you know.
Yeah, and also there's been a lot more followers join since then.
Yeah,
so
very true, very true.
maybe we'll have
Alright.
some more.
We hear you. We hear you.
We can try cook.
A couple people have said live stream needs to be on the ISU page. Yes, it does. ISU need to make the live streams free. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, mad respect to all the teams that competed more than once. ISU, please do better next year. Agree. If I'm honest, I do agree.
Just makes me very angry.
Yeah.
Put the same amount of energy, even
Just
a
think.
quarter of the energy that you put into normal,
Yeah.
normal. I'm not into figure,
Yeah.
into synchro, and
It's
you will
really-
reap the benefits of thousands and thousands of fans. It's not that hard.
It's really not hard. Like, it's really not. So.
I like this about reminding teams that warm-up areas are shared.
Yes.
At any competition you're at, it's a shared space.
Yes. Keep that
So be
music
respectful.
down.
Yeah,
Turn it down.
just
Yeah, agree.
be respectful.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. Everyone's nervous. Everyone's
Yeah.
preparing.
Yeah.
And I believe-
Final thing about the dates. This person says the season is November till March, not just Jan and Feb, and that's so valid.
This is very true.
You know. So,
Very true. I agree.
but
But-
what can we do? We can only try, can't we?
I think I'm a bit exhausted.
I am. I'm a bit exhausted about talking about skating for 4 weeks straight.
I'm really over it. So if you've listened to all 4, shout out to you.
Yeah, good for you and thank you.
Yeah, because that was rough work. We're going back to the regularly scheduled programming
Yeah, we are.
after this.
So we'll give you a little teaser of what's to come, shall we? So we've got a guest episode next week, which will be a nice exciting one. I'm looking forward to that. And then we're going to do another gossip session. You asked for it, we're going to do it. So
So please be prepared.
be prepared, you know?
And also, maybe we need to put some more polls up. But if there's any other questions that you want
Yeah.
us to ask,
Yeah,
anything at all,
yeah.
let us know.
Oh,
Because
snap.
we've got... It's like we think the same.
I know.
We've literally been messaging each other, being like, yeah, we need to do this, and
Yeah.
we reply with, like, I literally was just about to message you
Yeah,
saying that.
we're
Oh
on
my
the
gosh,
same
I thought
wavelength.
that last night.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know.
So we've got a guest, and then a gossip, and then another guest, and then it's time to review Junior Worlds,
That's crazy.
which is mental. and then another guest, and then we're going to do a little season overview, and then it's Senior Worlds.
So it's coming pretty quick.
Oh, it's crazy. So yeah, it's exciting though. Thank you so much. We're well over halfway now into season 1, and we just want to say thank you so much for all the love. We really appreciate it. We can't believe how much like people actually listen.
Yeah, literally. And like in saying that, halfway through season 1, I mean, we're thinking about season 2, but
Yeah.
let us know if that's what you want, if you want us to keep going.
Yeah, please do. Let us know your
Because
thoughts.
It's all very well us like brainstorming
Yeah.
over WhatsApp, but
Yeah.
should we keep doing this? Keep
So,
us
yeah.
posted.
Let us know. Let us know what you want. We want to hear from you.
This could also be a good time to shout out or encourage people to check out what One Team are doing right now. They're doing some really cool seminars and online webinars, and they've just released or recently released registrations for their training camps.
Yeah, go do those.
If you have the opportunity, definitely go do it. They have a coaching one as well this year, which is super exciting.
Oh, that's so cool.
Not just coaches, which I think is incredible.
Yeah.
So
I like that a lot.
shout out to them.
Yeah. Nice. I think that's a good place to end it. Hey, Brie?
I think it is too.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Alright.
I'm going to say thank you one more time, because from the bottom of my heart, I mean it. But we will see you in a week. I hope you have a great one. Keep an eye out on those stories, because we're going to be wanting to hear from you for our gossip sesh.
Please do.
And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, lots of love.
The Synchro Skaters
Synchro Skaters Club.
Bye.
I wonder if people are going to get sick of us saying that.